Good evening for all the participants, all those who are watching us. Spend your money wisely. This is our topic today. We're going to finish the Gate of Magnanimity, the Gate of Generosity. And the Torah teaches you how to spend your money wisely. How should I spend my money, actually? On what kind of things? Food, drinks, housing, rent. What you can tell me that I don't know? Spending my money. We have a lot of bills. I got to pay. This is how I spend my money. But the Torah tells you there's a different way to spend your money. Yes, expenses, you have to pay. Bills, you have to pay. And of course, you always have to shop around in order to save your money. But the Torah says also, I'm going to give you a few tips how to make more money without working so hard. One of the tips the Torah teaches us last week is spend money, you get money. What do you mean? I have $1,000. I get 100. I get more. I'm losing. I'm with 900 now. How is it possible? I have to give 10th, tie. It's $100, right? I left with 900. I used to have 1,000. I'm losing. Hashem says, no, you're not losing. First of all, the 900 will be well kept. People don't give. They keep the 1,000, but they're losing 500 on tickets, sicknesses, doctor's appointment, a lot of bad stuff. Hashem says, I have different way to take your money out of you. But if you give to people in need, to have Israel, to any other good things for mitzvot, your money is kept and safe. I'll watch your money because you put me partner with you and I protect my partners. Simple math, right? So remember we talk about how to salt your, if you salt your money, how to salt your money and keep it, preserve it, is by giving. This is the way you are salting your money. This is how they used to preserve food in the ancient days, and meat, putting salt. You know what, today I'm going to share with you a story a little bit scary, but I'm going to share with you. I think I shared with you yesterday this story. In a minute. I just want to repeat what we said before. To give is a zechut. It's a merit. The Talmud says, yoter, more, misheha'ani, misheba'al habayit, that the person, the giver, more than he does with the beggar or the poor guy doing with him. What do you mean? I'm quoting and I will explain. More than the giver do for the acceptor or the taker, the receiver is doing to the giver. Meaning, you have the opportunity to be saved, from bad decree by giving $1, $10. Just giving. Before a bad decree comes to someone, Hashem is giving you the opportunity to save yourself. And He's placing a situation before you. You won't notice most of the time. It could be someone that comes to you directly. It could be a case that you just hear. You hear people talking. You're in a class. You hear about this topic. I don't know. In many ways. And Hashem putting it before you. So you give and you'll be exempt. Because God is merciful. So when a poor guy or someone comes from you to ask for you, I'm talking about someone that is really in need, it's an opportunity for you to save yourself more than you save him. So he is doing for you more than you do for him. Right. With $10 you can buy your life. As it says, Tzedakah tatzil imavet. Tzedakah giving can save you from death. Very simple. בבקשה, יפה.
Moreover, one must be magnanimous with his wealth to acquire mitzvot, as in the case of Rabban Gamliel, who purchased an etrog for 1,000 zuz.
It's a lot of money to pay for a etrog. For anybody pays $50, he pay, let's say, $1,000. Because that was the best etrog that we use in Sukkot, one of the 4 species. And he wants to have the best one. Because he likes to be mehader, to beautify the mitzvah.
Like the
Ushpizin, that's a great movie. You got to see. Oscar, did you see the movie Ushpizin? It's the same thing, more or less. I forgot, I saw it many years ago. I remember that. It's very interesting. So, you make efforts toward Hashem, Torah, and mitzvot, and Hashem will pay you back. You have to have a lot of emunah to do that. A great belief that Hashem will pay back. Continue.
And one must be magnanimous with his wealth to beautify mitzvot.
Later.
For the beautification of a mitzvah, one should pay up to 1/3 more than the regular price. Bava Kama 90.
For example, if it's cost, I don't know, I'm just throwing number just to... If it cost $1,000, don't pay in the regular price. Don't pay more than 1,333 something. 33. Okay. Over that you don't have to. Some people take advantage. They take advantage and pay and ask for high prices. So if you want to beautify mitzvah, don't pay more than 1/3 of its market value. Make sense? You're not required to do that. Go ahead.
One must be magnanimous with his wealth to write and acquire books to lend them to those who do not have them, as it is written in Tehillim 112:3. Wealth and riches are in his house, and his charity endures forever. In Ketubot 50a. And he must be indulgent in this reward, not to be particular about books being damaged through use. And he must be magnanimous with all his household utensils to lend them to his neighbors and acquaintances. He must be magnanimous in lending his money to the poor, and if he is able, also to the rich.
Right. When you help everybody. Even the rich needs help. Mentally, with good advice, or whatever. Everybody needs help. There's many stories, I'm not going to go through them not now, but many stories about people that, especially 100 or 200 years ago, when books were cost a lot of money. So the Talmud, the whole Talmud, was maybe in the yeshiva, maybe in the richest people. And I remember one of the stories that one of the richest people, when her husband went to a field trip, for a business trip, so he said to her, "What should I give you? What do you like?" She said, "You know what? Come back with Talmud. Every time you go, I don't need anything. Give me another Masechet, the tractate of Shabbat, and the tractate of Chagiga, and the tractate of Moed, till we finish the whole set." And scholars would come to their house, they would borrow it, use it. They got so much blessing from the rabbis and the students, the scholars. They were blessed with a great children, healthy and great scholars. Out of the blessings of all those who use their books. This is how you spend your money. So he bought his wife another ring. No, she has 10, now she's going to have 11. How does that help other people?
Because you only have 10 fingers.
My wife seeing this.
Right. Make sure to send her the link later.
That's funny.
People every day they go to this store, another store. There's no more room in your closet to put clothing. You don't even wear what you buy. There's some people, the ticket is still there. It's a ta'ava, it's a desire for such a thing. To me, my wife told me today, this is women. Women, we like to go around and shop and to see things, to buy and return. So people like America. You can buy and return, and it's no problem. How can I tell you? Go ahead.
He must be magnanimous in his business dealings with all, and not be particular with his friend about trifles. If he is...
What does that mean?
Like the little thing.
Yeah, don't be stingy. Don't be, I gave you the book and there's some wrinkles here, there's some... When you give someone an object, take under consideration that you might not get it at the same condition back. So don't you prepare yourself mentally. So, or buy someone extra for people to use. If they broke it, they broke it. They want to pay for it. Don't make big deals out of these kind of things. The rule says, if you're strict with people, from Shamayim or heaven, they'll be strict with you. If you're lenient with people, toward your family, toward people around you, from Shamayim, from heaven, they'll be lenient with you. Because this is the way you act toward other people. From Shamayim, they act toward you the same way. That's called measure
For measure.
for measure. What goes around
Comes around.
Tit for tat.
You snooze, you what? You lose, you lose?
No, you snooze, you
Oh,
lose.
you snooze, you lose.
If he is measuring out wine, oil, or the like, he must not be over exact, but give a little more.
Yeah, he's a merchandise. He's going by the millimeter, by this. Just give a little. To be a merchant, it's one of the hardest, halachically, in the Torah to do or to be. You know why? Because if you don't give the exact service that you promise or you sell, it's considered like you're cheating on the scales.
Yeah.
This is why the great rabbis or great scholars or great good Jews that they had business, they always measure and then they give an extra, just to be on the safe side. How much you need? A kilo of rice, they check. It's not accurate like today. You have it on digital scales. And they put it back. They're still using today. They have this weight, right?
Wow.
Right? And they add a little bit, bunch more, just to be on the safe side. Right? Because if you cheat someone for $50, a quarter, you have to come back to this world in Gilgul to reincarnate to give it back. So $1, a quarter. Who's going to pay it?
Wow.
You have to do it yourself. You promise something, anything that comes out of your mouth, you have to fulfill. The Torah is very specific about it. Stand behind your word. Don't make promises to make people pleased and happy, because you might not be able to. Always say, B'li neder, B'ezrat Hashem, God willing, I'll make efforts. Tomorrow I'll come, I'll take it. What if you won't be able to? These words you said standing as a judgment against you. Don't say words you can't fulfill or stand behind. Ever to anybody. God willing, I'll make efforts to be there tomorrow at 9. I'll make efforts to do so and so. Believe me, it's very important to watch what comes out of the mouth. Not only what comes into your mouth, kosher or not kosher, this, what comes out of your mouth many times is more important.
Right.
When someone someone eat purposely a non-kosher food, it's less sin than someone that says gossip or curse. Someone that is gossiping, Lashon Hara, it's one of the 4 people that never be with Hashem, with the Shekhinah. It's one of the 4.
Huh.
It's called Mesapre Lashon Hara. But this guy ate pork. What you did is worse. When someone eats pork, you can do teshuvah. From now on I don't eat non-kosher food. It's good. Fixed. But when you talk badly against someone else, it's very bad. One of the students asked the rabbi, why it's so bad? And the rabbi wants to explain to him how bad it is. So he said to him, you know what? Tonight after Ma'ariv, we have a class. After the class, around 11 p.m., go home, bring a pillow, you come to shul. Come to shul. I explain to you. The rabbi says, I'm coming with a pillow. He came with a pillow. They left the shul. They went outside to the field. They climb over a small hill. He says, look around. So look around. He says, okay, where's the pillow? Pillow is here. The rabbi took a knife, cut it. He cut it. And then he says, now, shake it. This guy's shaking it, so excited. The feathers go all over on the wind. He says, now, when it's all over, pick them back. So, Rabbi, some of them already in the city. Some of them got stuck in trees. I cannot collect them anymore. He says, this is exactly Lashon Hara, gossiping. When you talk, there's no control anymore. Your words are far away. You can't find them anymore. He's going to fix it for you. He's going to bring the words back. Wow. You see what's the big difference between eating, which is bad, but in gossiping? You don't have to make much effort. You're just standing there and you talk. Eating, you make effort. You got to prepare. You got to go. You got to buy. You got to eat. You got to chew. You got to swallow. It's more effort and less. The sin is smaller compared to the Lashon Hara. All right?
And also, like we were talking about earlier, about the power of speech. When you say something and then somebody finds out or something, or they're there and they overhear whatever, and it's embarrassing, or it's like destroying their soul.
Exactly. You're corrupting them.
Sorry.
Yes.
I listened today to a class. It says that when you say something about someone else, 3 people die. The one that says, the one that...
It says 3 will pay. 3 will be punished. The one that say it, the one that hears it, and the one they're talking about. Some says, the Allah says, hold on, Rabbi, let me ask you a question. Let's say I don't want to hear. He started to talk to me. I didn't want to hear. I already heard half of it. It's not your fault. When you stop! Or you're showing that you're not interested and you get out of there, it's not, even if you already heard, you're not part of this equation. Okay? But show effort. Huh?
And what about the one that they...
You know who's worse in these 3 guys? The one who hears.
Right.
Worse than the one who said that. Because you give them a ground to play on. No, he suffers because now people are going to look at him differently. He suffers from the results of the Lashon Hara. He's not going to be punished from Shamayim, but from what's... You know what? It's really late, so I would like to stop here. I want to share with you a story about what we've learned about the tzedakah. Listen to this. Many years ago was a guy who was very wealthy. This guy was very wealthy. But as much as he was wealthy, he was cheap. He was stingy. He didn't go even to shul on Monday and Thursdays because a lot of people come for the Sefer Torah and there's a lot of tzedakah people asking for it. He skipped prayers. One thing he was good at, he was a mohel. Mohel is the one that do the circumcision. And he really dedicates hours and his own time to go even far villages to do this mitzvah, to be a mohel. But he was so stingy. Ooh. Never give tzedakah. One day, a mashchit came to him. You heard the story from today? Mashchit is a person that is not human.
Oh, wow.
All right? It's not human. The demons, it's called the Talmud, the Avot de Rabbi Natan, it's a book, in chapter 37, says that the demons are in 3 ways look like us, and in 3 ways they are like the angels.
Wow.
They're like us, where they're eating and drinking, and they multiply, they get married, and they died. And 3 like angels that they can fly, they have wings, they can go from one place to another really quick, and they know some, like angels, what things going to happen in the future. Wow. Some. The Talmud, or the book also already says, Avot Rabbi Natan, it says that they can be seen. I'm sorry, they can see and not be seen. And another thing, they can disguise themselves so they can appear before you looking like someone you know. They can wear an appearance whatever they like. It's a power of demons, right? Fine. So this guy came before this rich man, and he saw a regular person, doesn't recognize. So tell him, listen, I have a baby boy. I would like you to come and do Brit Milah, circumcise my boy. I'm coming immediately. Okay, he took him, and he didn't know that it's going to be far, but they were driving for almost 50 kilometers. It took them back then, evening and then the morning, almost 2 days. And this guy already lost where the place he's at. He's not sure where he's at. They're going through woods and forests and places he never saw in his life. All of a sudden, you see that he came to a very nice village. He goes to a mansion. And he noticed that his guy that came to him, this mashchit, is pretty wealthy. So this guy said, please wait for me here. He called the servant, took care of the horses. And he doesn't know yet, this mohel, that this is not a human. And the whole place is people that are not right. And he's waiting for him. In the meantime, this guy went to his own business to take care of. He hear babies cries. He go on the hallway. It was a big house. And we saw a woman holding the baby. He said, oh, let me check the baby. Because he is about to perform a circumcision. The woman said to him, you are the mohel. Oh, I'm so happy. God bless you. Listen to me. I'm a human being. I said, hey, me too. He said, no, listen. You don't know where you're at. I'm a human being. My husband is not. He's a demon. He's shit. What? I was young. I was captured and brought here. I'm a lost case. I can't go anywhere. But I'm telling you one thing. It's a blessing that you're here. I'm giving you one tip. Don't eat and drink here. Whatever they offer here, don't accept. Why they do that? Because they want to get a possession over you. When you take something from him, you're his. That's it.
Wow.
He has control over you. So he was in shock. He looked around and said, I don't even know how to get out of here, even if I want to. Eventually, in the meantime, the guy came. He says, we're starting the ceremony. He started. He did his mitzvah. Told the blessing. Everything is good. They're sitting down to eat. By the way, halachically, the mohel is supposed to eat too. Now, they invited him. You do amotzi, you do this, they do tilat yadayim. Their food was unbelievable. He says, listen, last night I had a very scary dream. You know, when you have a scary dream, you fast. So I'm under a fast. I can't really eat. He says, oh, it's called ta'anit halom. Okay, we understand. He didn't know that his wife already told him. He didn't know that. After the meal, the guy told him, tonight, I'm making a special dinner for you. Because you couldn't eat during the day. You're my guest. Take care of you. Oh my God, I'm busted. What can I do? Evening came, after davening, prayers, placing the table, a lot of guests coming, people, and he's looking at the faces. He said, these guys look like human beings. What is this here? They're praying, they're saying the blessing. It's called, by the way, in the Talmud, Shedin Yehudein. It's called that these demons are Jewish. There's some Jewish, some not Jewish. Don't ask me what's going on here, but that's just accept what I'm telling you. Okay. Saying the blessing and saying everything, fine. He says, go ahead. I said to him, no. After not eating all day, my head hurts, my stomach, I can't even smell food. I can't. I said to him, okay, I'm not going to push him. They let it go. They're sitting, they're eating. After the meal, he says, come with me. He took him in his mansion. He opened one of the doors. You see boxes and shelves full of money and gold and coins. He says, take this box, pick up whatever you like. No, I'm doing it as a mitzvah. What do you think? I'm thinking he doesn't want. He knows that he's trying to.
Right.
No, I'm not. said to him, all right. He took him to another room, show him another merchandise. No, free, it's free. Take him to another room. And all of a sudden he sees this room has nails on the walls, and on each nail there is keys, bunch of keys. So what is these keys? What's going on? And then he looks at, wait a minute, what is this? He goes away and he sees a set of keys that are very familiar to him. He go close and he see that the keys is his, and he has this, the way he put the chains together and the keys, and the way he put the wrapping and the rope, I don't know, around it, the way he tie it, it's his with the number of keys and the sizes. This is the copy or the original. Look at this pocket. He says, actually, my keys is at home, because everybody's home. What is this? And he was really
Shocked.
troubled by it. And this guy tell him, I don't understand you. I show you a room full of gold and money and beautiful merchandise. Nothing. Another room, nothing. This, you get excited from keys? He said to him, well, you notice, so I tell you, this looks like my keys. What are you doing over here? So this guy tell him, listen, you know what? You did to me today a great favor this morning. That you circumcised my son. So I'm going to tell you what's going on here. I am the leader and the king of the demons in this area. And I have control over all, you see all these keys? You see here? These keys belongs to people that they never give tzedakah. People that are very stingy, they're very cheap. So we make sure they will never give. They will never get the opportunity and the benefit and the reward out of giving tzedakah. They lost this opportunity a long time ago. But since you did to me such a kindness, a chesed, you went with me for 50 kilometers, almost 2 days on the road. Take your keys with you. Now you could understand why he had this passion not to give. The demons got into him. He said, don't be afraid. I swear to God, I'm not going to do anything to you. You allowed to take it? But remember what happened here today. This guy took the keys. They took him back where he belongs. And it says that from that day he was changing 180%. He opened a yeshiva with his money. He started to give and give and give. All the people. You know what? This guy was lucky that he got an opportunity to see and to save himself. Who gets such an opportunity to go? You also can get mentally crazy after seeing and hearing what he heard. But I guess those generation back then, it was really stronger than we. It teaches you a great lesson that it's a zechut, it's a merit to give. And sometimes they take in from Shamayim and give permission to other force to confuse you and not to give. To the stage, to the degree that you be so cheap on yourself. You eat less, you don't buy. Why? Because you don't get the benefit to enjoy your own money. You just put stacks in the bank and you save and you save and you save, and one day you die. You didn't enjoy your money. So who are you saving for? For the children after you, maybe. For your wife, for the new husband you'll get. You're saving for someone. Not for you. You're not enjoying out of it. Because you're so cheap, you're so stingy, you're so kamtzan, it's called in Hebrew, that you lose the right to enjoy your own money. You always give excuses, to yourself that a sandwich is good enough. I don't have to have no barbecue. No, I'm good with just a sandwich.
Chips.
It's healthy. It's healthier. You don't even know how to enjoy your life. Buy something you like. Give other people. Go enjoy out there. Buy good, healthy food. Open a table, like Shabbat table. It's a merit and to give tzedakah. This is how you spend your money wisely. By giving, Hashem will give you more, and you can enjoy in this world as well. The more you give, the more you get, the more you enjoy this life.
I have a quick question. I've been trying to figure this out, but what is the difference between tzedakah and maaser? Is it that one is obligated and the other one is from the heart?
Tzedakah is giving extra
Extra.
to someone else. Maaser is giving tie, giving out of.
Okay.
You can use the maaser, the tie, as tzedakah.
Oh, okay. But do you give it because I was reading something that says that first the Kohanim, but I'm guessing.
No, talking about masrot and trumot. Forget about it right now. You give to people that you know they're in need, or the organization that you trust.
Right.
We talked about it a million times.
Right.
One of them, Baruch Hashem, is our Ohev Israel Foundation. You have the link for donation. Any more questions about this topic? Go ahead.
How much or what is what we need to give to our fathers to honor them?
To what?
You know the command that says, obviously you know, honor your father and your mother.
Okay.
No, so I have my father and my mom. What I need to do to honor them, to give them, to how much or how?
First of all, the question is need to be asked if they are in need. If they are not in need and they can live by themselves, you don't have to give. Number one. Number two, if the one you give is an idol worshiper, I'm not saying that's the case with you, but if it's an idol worshiper who is a great sinner, it's not good to give. What is the best unto whom to give? The Torah said that, the Talmud said that, is to give to a Talmid Chacham that who osek b'Torah, a scholar that sit down and study Torah. That's the best, that's the highest level. The more you give them, they have more time to sit and study, and you get share by it. Obviously, it's first you're helping your own family. You need some expenses. But tzedakah has to be given for a wider circle than your own circle.
Last question, Rabbeinu. Well, I mean, for me,
תענה לה, זה יתקשר כמה פעמים, תראה, הכל בסדר.
a rabbi is considered a Talmid Chacham? Or what is the
What do you think,
what is
Yafa?
the difference? What is the difference? It's because
No,
I
Yafa says maybe no.
no, it's because I don't know. I hear people say this is rabbi, this is Talmid Chacham. And so I'm like, what's the difference?
It's another word, it's a synonym, okay?
Oh, okay. I get it now. No, but
You do that. Okay, guys, on behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation, I want to thank you, everybody, for coming here. God bless you. You know, last week we said we're going to meet here at the same place, same time, and God gave us the opportunity and the ability to be here. So, Todah Rabba Hashem, that gave us the power to be here today healthy. Bezrat Hashem will be doing class at the Medina's house, Bezrat Hashem, with good health and wealth. God bless you all on behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation. I want to thank you for coming to this class. God bless you all, and I can say from today, Happy Passover.
Same to you, Rabbeinu.